So good day class, I am Sean Carly from Bachelor of Technical Vocational Teacher Education, major in Drafting Technology. I am a third year college, currently studying at Marikina Polytechnic College. So, so for today's video, the lesson I will teach to you guys is the basic concepts of statistics, right? So, let's define statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics that examines and investigates ways to process and analyze data gathered. So, ibig sabihin nito, isa itong branch ng mathematics na ina-examine yung mga na-gathered na data, 'di ba? Pina-process, ina-analyze natin. So, kumbaga, 'di ba, nung grade 11, grade 12 tayo, we have PR1, PR2, which is related to research, 'di ba? So, anong ginagawa sa research? Syempre, nag-i-interview, nagkakalap ng mga data, numbers, 'di ba? So, statistics in research to function as a tool in designing research, analyzing its data, and drawing conclusion therefrom. The importance of statistics in research. Statistics is a valuable tool for researchers to enable them to make sense of their data. It allows them to analyze and interpret large data sets accurately. Data analysis is crucial since it plays a vital role in research. Here are some of the reasons why. Number 1, validity of research. In research, accuracy is result. Results is significant. And statistics help with this by using statistical methods to analyze data. Researchers can avoid any possible biases, diba, that could lead to misinterpretation of data. Through the use of statistics, researchers can be more confident that their results are valid, reliable, and that they can have confidence in the application of such results. Number 2, number 2 is generalizability. Research seeks to understand and solve real-world problems. Therefore, the results obtained from research should be generalizable from the sample to the entire population. So, being studied. Statistics makes this possible by enabling researchers to calculate the probability of random errors occurring in the observed results of the study. By understanding this, researchers can confidently generalize the results of their research. Number 3, predictions. Research is utilized to make predictions, and statistical analysis plays a critical role in making accurate predictions. A well-executed research study that utilizes statistical tools can provide reliable and valid predictions. This is important as predictions are used to make decisions in fields such as public policy and strategic planning. Number 4, we have significance. Statistics help determine the significance of a particular study. Statistical significance in research is used to establish the level of confidence one has in the results. Determining the significance of a particular study can be the difference between acting on the research findings or ignoring it altogether. Number 5, visualization of results. Statistics can create a visual representation of data, making it easier for researchers to interpret the results of the study. Data visualization techniques such as graphs and charts can provide a quick and efficient way to interpret the data, which can lead to better decision making. So here are the methodology This is the methodology in statistics as you can see in the slide. So first is ask question, decide what to measure and how, choose method and collect data, summarize the data, analyze the data, and then you will draw a conclusion or to interpret the summary of the data gathered, diba? So this is the four process of statistics. Number 1, collection. Number 2, presentation. 3, organization. 4, interpretation. Division of statistics. Number 1, descriptive statistics. The totality of methods and treatments employed in the collection, description, and analysis of numerical data, the purpose of which is to tell something about the group of observation. Number 2, inferential statistics. The logical process from sample analysis to a generalization or conclusion about population. Methods of collecting data. Direct or interview, face-to-face encounter. Another one is indirect or questionnaire, used to ask question with close-ended answers, such as yes or no. Documents and records, registration, data without asking anyone, but using existing data for study. Kumbaga, research to, no? Nagkakalap siya ng information. It can be first information or second information, di ba? Observation, a more subjective method that involves collecting data without asking question, based on the observer, researcher judgment. Experiment, uses scientific methods to determine the cause-effect relationship between variables. Methods of presenting data, textual, tabular, graphical. Define data. Data facts or figures, numerical or otherwise, collected with a defined purpose. Source of the data. Primary data. Data that come from original source. Example, interview, survey, experimentation. Secondary data. Taken from previously recorded data. Example, from internet, websites, government reports, constant and variable. So, let's define constant and variable. Number 1, constant. Characteristics of objects, people, or events that does not change, meaning constant. Variable can take different values. So we have that types of data. No, so nung grade 11 ako, practical research 1 is qualitative data ang ginamit namin. Qualitative data is categorical variable, characteristics, attributes, example, gender, occupation, nationality, course, military rank. Ito yung qualitative data na nag-i-interview ka na more on nag-uusap kayo instead of collecting that number or data. On the other hand, quantitative, from the word itself, quanti, parang quantity. Numerical variable, ayan, counted or measured, di ba? Naka-compute yung data. Like for example, height, weight, age, scores. And letter A, discrete, a variable which consists of either a finite number of values or countable numbers of values. B, continuous, a variable which can assume any of an infinite number of values measurable. So, scales of measurements refers to ways in which variables, parameters are defined and categorized. So, number 1 is nominal scale. For example, civil status, single, married, separated, widowed. Another example, nationality, Filipino, Spanish, American. Number 2 is ordinal scale. Measurement that conveys to some value is greater or less than another value. It is used in ranking, diba? Military rank, private, captain, sergeant, general. Number 3, interval. Measurements that have no true zero. Like, for example, temperature. Number 4 is ratio scale. Measurement that have true zero. Weight, age, salary. Interval and ratio data are sometimes referred to as parametric, and nominal and ordinal data are referred to as non-parametric. Parametric means that it meets certain requirements with respect to parameters of the population. For example, the data will be normal, the distribution parallels the normal or bell curve. In addition, it means that numbers can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. Parametric data are analyzed using statistical techniques identified as parametric statistics. As a rule, there are more statistical technique options for the analysis of parametric data, and parametric statistics are considered more powerful than non-parametric statistics. Non-parametric data are lacking those same parameters and cannot be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. For example, it does not make sense to add social security numbers to get a third person. Non-parametric data are analyzed by using non-parametric statistics. As a rule, ordinal data is considered non-parametric and cannot be added, etc. So, yun nga kanina, types of data. We have the qualitative data, nominal, ordinal. On the other hand, quantitative data, discrete, continuous, interval ratio. So, ito, familiar kayo dito guys, population and sample. So, sa population, nakikita natin na merong mga, ito A to C, kompleto yung population, di ba? Sa alphabet. So, sa sample, there is a portion lang ang kailangan sa population. So, meaning, kukuha lang tayo ng sample doon sa population, which is specific lang. So, yung sample natin here is A, E, I, O, U. Right? Population consists of all the members of the group. Sample, portion, part of a population. So, the Yaman's formula is yung N represent the sample size, yung maliit na N, and then yung malaking N is the population size. Tapos yung letter E, margin of error or tolerance. Iko-convert nyo yung decimal, yung percent is iko-convert nyo to decimal point. Like for example here, we have the 5%. So, 5% convert to decimal point is 0.05. So, check this formula guys and try to solve on your own. I-distribute nyo lang yung value dun sa formula, which is madali lang naman. Ayan. Okay, next slide is sampling refers to the process of selecting the respondents or part of the study. So, letter A, random sampling. All members had an equal chance of being selected from the population. Letter B, non-random sampling. A sampling procedure where samples are selected in a deliberate manner. So here, random sampling. Number 1, simple random sampling through a lottery or fishbowl method. Number 2, systematic sampling, process of selecting the nth element in the population. Number 3, clustered sampling, a process of selecting clusters from a population which is very large. Number 4, stratified sampling, a process of subdividing the population into subgroups or strata. And drawing members at random from each subgroup. So, non-random sampling, non-probability sampling is number 1, convenience. So, research select the most accessible, convenient individuals or samples. Number 2, purposive. Samples were selected based on judgment, the most useful for the purpose of the study. Number 3, snowball. Selected samples recruit other samples to achieve the targeted number of samples. For example, LGBT community. So, meron kang isang respondent and then you ask the respondent to disseminate that you are 'Diba, conducting a research for this part of group of people or the LGBT community to be exact. So, habang nadi-disseminate na nagkakalap ka ng research to this specific group, dumadami at lumalaki yung chance na magkaroon ka ng maraming respondents sa iyong research. Kaya, imagine the snowball, di ba? Habang bumababa siya, lumalaki yung snowball, di ba? Ganon. And the quota. The quota is, yung quota sa research nyo is limited lang yung kailangan yung respondents. Hindi kailangan sobra, hindi kailangan kulang. Kailangan yung sinet nyo na, diba, sinet nyo na respondents is ma-achieve nyo dun sa research nyo. So, let's try to analyze this. Example, a given population is, wait lang, okay? Example, okay? Yan. Given a population of 5,000 students and a target sample of 370. So, dito, year level, we have the year level, grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. And population, relative frequency, sample size, computation. So, paano nga ba to nangyari? Paano to nakuha? Okay. So, with the help of ChatGPT, since hindi ako ganun kagaling sa statistics, but I try my best to, to understand and try to share my knowledge from you guys. I hope you consider me and appreciate my efforts na. So, ayun. Let's try again. So, ayun. According to ChatGPT, so let's break down. So the total population of the students are 5,000. This population is divided into 4 year levels, grade 1 to 4. So, relative frequency, this represents the proportion of the total population that each year level constitutes. It's It's calculated by dividing the number of students in each year level by the total population, 5,000. So, yung sample size natin, the goal is to have a total sample size of 370 students. So, diba? The sample size for each year level is determined by multiplying the relative frequency. I-multiply natin yung relative frequency doon sa yung year level, yung 370. I know. Like, ayan. Let's try. So, 0.30 multiplied by 370. So, ang sample size natin is 111. So, ayan. Ang formula dito is year grade 1. Population is 15 students. Relative frequency natin, ang relative frequency natin is 15. Tapos, i-divide natin siya sa 5,000. So, ang sagot is 0.30. And then, para makakuha natin yung sample size, the sample size is 0.30 i-multiplied natin kay 370. So, ang sagot niyan is 111. And then, year number 2, same process. Population, we have 13 student. Relative frequency, 13 divided by 5K. So, ang result is 0.26. So, para makuha natin yung sample size, 0.26 times 370 is equals to 96. Same process again sa year grade 3 and year grade 4. So, we need to get the total. So, yung population natin, pag in-add, 5,000. And then, yung relative frequency natin, yan, yung population, 15 plus 13 plus 1,150 plus 150 equals 5,000, which matches the total population. And then, yung relative frequency natin, we got 0.30 plus 0.26 plus 0.23 plus 0.21 is equals to 1, which confirms the proportion add up to the total. Then, yung sample size natin, ipag-add lang din natin. So, we got the 111, 96, 85, 78, 370, and then makuha na natin yung total, 370. So, yung conclusion dito is, this approach ensures that each year level is represented in sample in proportion to its size in the total population. This makes the sample more representative of the population as a whole. So ayun, dito na muna magtatapos ang ating introduction to statistics, and these are the citations, no? Introduction to statistics, stratified risk cluster sampling. Ayan. Thank you for listening.